Hello, welcome back to Clone Talks. We are your hosts, Black and White. Today we're going to talk about a source of great science fiction and controversy in today's scientific world. True, quantum mechanics is as strange as they come. But by the end of the show, you too will understand quantum. So tell us, Black, what exactly is quantum mechanics? Well, White, quantum mechanics is a branch of physics which deals with quantum waves and particles and determining the possibilities of certain events. This is all nice, but what does this all mean to our viewers? It simply states that anything is possible in life and that we can never accurately predict outcomes. Let's clear up some definitions before we continue. How could we define quanta and quantum? Both words mean discrete amounts. However, it's what they pertain to which differs. Quanta is just a fancy way to refer to photons, while quantum refers to the property values. Clear to elaborate for some of us? Certainly. Think of it as buying cans of Coke. You can only buy whole cans of Coke. You can't buy half a can or a third of a can. That being said, there are a lot of myths regarding the use of quantum tunneling or entanglement as a means of transportation. As a matter of fact, I read an online article detailing a way of doing such. First, you must understand entanglement. All it is a simple causality statement, saying that if this is this, then that is that. As an example, say only one of us has cash at the moment. To tell which one of us has the cash, however, you only need to check one of us and tell if the other has cash or not. Ah, that makes sense. But how does this relate to teleportation? And what happens to tunneling? Tunneling is the idea that electrons somehow jump from one place to another, and in terms of teleportation, quite useless. The more known quantum teleport, however, refers to entanglement and the ability to relay information across vast distances instantaneously. This is because when an entangled pair is created, one will always be positive and the other negative. If you knew the value of the particle in your possession, then you could instantly infer the property of the other. This on its own is quite useless too, since you would have to create both particles yourself before separating them manually, then testing them. We've covered all but one postulate, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So tell us, what is this in layman's terms? Ah, the uncertainty principle. This states that the more in depth we are in determining an aspect, the less we can know about its other aspects. To elaborate, it's a cause statement. When we observe something, we are inadvertently affecting its other properties. That's sort of like watching animals. The closer you are to the animal that's being observed, the more you are influencing its behavior with your presence. Though at the micro, subatomic, and atomic scale, people will only be able to measure one property, either physically hitting it with other particles, or with light, which changes its previous state, making it nearly impossible to determine its other properties. Which is where quantum mechanics comes in, to determine the possibility, the nature of all its other properties at any given time. Even though we know so much about quantum, how does this affect the people watching this? Well, with all the breakthroughs in physics, it's best to keep on top of things. Not to mention the media, who have a way of bending information. And quite frankly, I'm just tired of people being misled on scientific statements. I also understand a great deal about the far-ranging effects of quantum. How is this possible? Even though the possibilities are small, with the effects even smaller, these quantum events still add up pretty fast. Starting with the atomic, it moves up the micro to penny, and in eventually star-sized scales. In biology, quantum is used in brain medication. After all, you want to guarantee a life-saving reaction will happen. Every day, we take the sun for granted. Quantum mechanics is the driving force behind fusion. And even the cell phones you are now using to text each other while I speak are made up of hundreds of transistors. Amazing, isn't it? America is the only place of opportunity. And we're all made up of the same elementary quantum particles. Something just doesn't add up. Yep, which is why we have quantum physics. But remember the true scientific discovery. Anything is possible.